What's happening, guys? Ishin from Speedometer Media here. Today is another FD build series video, except I'm not tearing things apart, which is what I've been doing for the past few months. Today, for the first time in this video series, I'm introducing a new product that's gonna be installed in my car. I'm super excited to announce it. It just finally came in, which is completely custom made and it looks sexy and awesome. So I'm excited to show you guys my new product. Here, real quick, is the stock FD Gage cluster. This is what I had in the car that came out. As you remember, the speedometer wasn't working, some of the temperature sensors weren't working, but overall this is kind of ugly, outdated. Cruise control I won't have anymore, and the pop-up headlights I probably won't have. The check engine lights don't really mean anything because I'm running for Fd ECU, so this whole gauge cluster essentially is meaningless to me. So I started looking at ways to update this, and the first and immediate option I had was the Raceback Dash IQ. Beautiful dash, gives you really all the information you need for track use. It gives you, lap times with the integrated GPS system and temperature, all that in one single page, and it's really easy to read, really gives you a race car look. But the Dash IQ setup alone was more than $1,000. Sensors combined was gonna be close to $1,000, and I had to hook it up to the vehicle ECU, which was the Fd ECU that I'm running. And some people told me that Dash IQ raceback system wouldn't be compatible and it wouldn't pull all the data necessary out of the Fd ECU. So right there and then I was like, you know what, I might just consider some other solution that's gonna look OEM and doesn't give me, doesn't set me back like $3,000–$4,000 after installed. So that's when I started looking at Speedhut gauges. I have never really heard of Speedhut until I started doing this build on the RX7. A lot of people seem to go with the Speedhut route, and I just started researching and it looked like a great option to go with. Now, when I first went on the website, I found out that they have a 4GT series. So I was like, why do they have a 4GT series? And I found out later on that they actually make the 4GT gauges for the actual car. So they are, although they are aftermarket gauge manufacturer, they are OEM for the 4GT car, which is really cool. And that really gives you an idea of how high quality these gauges are. And also what I love about this website is that you can live chat with the customer service. So what's cool about Speedhut gauges is that you can customize them so much that it looks OEM. Here you can have speedometer with multiple top speeds, multiple OTM tech if you want that integrated. You can have your blinkers integrated, and so on and so forth. But let me just click on one of these and give you an idea of how you can customize it. So if you go color, you can change the color, the face, the font color, and you can also even change the color that it glows at night, which is cool. And you can even change the font. You can do a GT40, you can do muscle, Beetle. I'm gonna change the color again because it's kind of hard to see just for demonstration purposes. Let's do this. You can change the tech, whatever your needs are. And the pointer too, you can change that as you like. It is really customizable. You can change the bezel. Now what I like about my gauge is that you can upload your own logo, and now don't bother with these Microsoft Word type logos. What I would do if I were you is just go to upload a new logo, and you can literally upload your own logo, whatever you like. So what I did was found the RX7 logo and put that right here in the center. Now the OEM FD gauge does not have anything here. It just says 1000 RPM, and it's kind of boring and it's outdated. So here is what I got in the mail, and thanks again to the guys at Speedhut for hooking me up with these gauges. I highly recommend it. Quality just looks amazing and packaging is amazing. Now let me just show you. Here is my Speedo with the RX7 logo I just talked about, and this really looks OEM. It is free programmable with two buttons down here. Revs out to 8000 RPM, but I'm running a V8 FD, so it's probably gonna be like 6,000-7,000 most, but that's okay. Over here is my speedometer, and it's GPS integrated. So down here I'll show you the sensors, but it's got the GPS device that came with the kit. So I don't even have to hook up this into the transmission speed sensor. It pulls the speed with the GPS device, which is really cool. And I was able to combine the fuel with the speedometer. So I don't have a fuel gauge like it is here. It is part of my speedometer, which gives it a much cleaner look. The blinkers are here integrated into it, and I think this one's high beam as well. Now, as for the other sensors, I have oil temperature in Celsius, oil pressure in PSI, and coolant temperature in Celsius. So I gained the oil pressure sensor and lost the fuel gauge and replaced the fuel gauge. But it's looking a lot better than the OEM already. I mean, look at the difference in quality here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So now let me just show you what the package came with. Let me just, if I can pull this out. I shouldn't be doing this on my DJ setup, but I was just excited to show you guys my new product. Now, so I got here the water temperature with the harness and the sensor. And this is one thing you should keep in mind too when you're buying gauges, is that make sure it comes with sensors, because a lot of times you get the gauge but no sensor, and that's gonna set you back additional couple $100, and next thing you know it's gonna be $1,000. And that's the case with the Dash IQ. It does not come with sensors. You need to buy your own sensors, but this comes with your sensors, so that's a money saver there. There's a oil PSI pressure sensor. Here is fuse for the power, water oil temperature, water or oil temperature, however you want to use it. I guess they use the same sensor for both applications. This is the TAC hookup, and this is the GPS device I was just talking about, the speedometer. You just hook this up behind the dash and it's gonna pick up speed from GPS. Now everything is free programmable, like the fuel, you know, you don't have to worry about changing the resistor. With the speed also, here installing this in the RX7, you have to get the Dakota digital converter, which converts the Mazda output speed signal to the GM signal, because it's like half the speed or whatever, and it gets confusing. So you can get rid of that altogether and run the GPS. So it's gonna give me a lot easier, cleaner install, and I'm really looking forward to this. You don't have to worry about the PCB board behind the dash that gets bad over time, or any kind of reliability issues with the RX7. So I'm just gonna replace it altogether with these sexy Speedhut gauges. I'm gonna do a full installation video. I'm gonna be playing around with ABS plastic, marking this up completely, deleting all the gauges, probably banking this out as well. So there's gonna be instructional video for that, so please look forward to those videos. And that's it for today, guys. Thanks again for watching this video. If you're interested, make sure to check out their gauges at speedhut.com, and I will see you in my next video series.